achieved.
Hello, and welcome to Studio Day Heffrey. I saw a tweet yesterday that was looking for like the most generic sports things that you hear, and I think one of them is hello and welcome to. But nobody knows how to start a video. Nobody knows. Leave in the comments. How should I start? Howdy, y'all. Welcome. We got some Cowboys stuff to talk about. Sorry, I've been MIA for a few days. It has been a long time, and I should not have left you without a Jeffrey Time video to step two. But here I am. All right, let's talk about some stuff in Cowboys world. As usual, please like, subscribe, youtube.com/Jeff Cavanaugh, and leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow. Oh, man, it's football time. That's pretty cool, huh? I guess I'm going to start with welcome back, Randy Gregory, and screw you, Roger Goodell. I hate the way it happened, but hey, at least the dude's reinstated. Randy Gregory is back. He's on the Cowboys roster. They have a roster exemption for the 6 weeks that he's not suspended, guys. He's allowed to acclimate. You know, he can do conditioning and work with the coaching staff, but he can't practice. So Randy Gregory is essentially suspended for the first 6 weeks of the season, although he's been reinstated because the NFL's dumb and they have no idea how to deal with mental health. So there you go. But welcome back, Randy Gregory. Picture this, okay? I want you to picture this. It's week 7, right? Because he can't be in week 6. I wanted to say it's Sunday and you're against the Rams, but Randy won't be allowed to play there. It's week 7. It's like 3rd and 8. The Cowboys are on defense. Mike Nolan looks around. I don't have a Mike Nolan impersonation yet. So Mike Nolan looks around and he's like, all right, Tank, I guess, yeah, you go in there, Tank. Go ahead. Alden Smith, yeah, you go ahead. Everson Griffin, yeah, you go ahead. And Randy, you go ahead. You don't have to blitz on 3rd and 8. You'll get home with your 4. That's the NASCAR package, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So congratulations to Randy. Welcome back. And congratulations to the NFL. You're all still stupid, but at least we're making progress with Randy's reinstatement. Next, let's talk Brandon Carr. Shout out to the guy who commented 8 different times on the last video about how terrible Brandon Carr is. Chill out, man. Brandon Carr can help. And there is literally no downside to the way the Cowboys are doing this. The Cowboys are killing it with the handling of the coronavirus and how camp and the preseason has been different. Michael Brocker says he's watching YouTube clips of whatever the Cowboys put out to try to get ready for the game because the Cowboys are giving people nothing. You got nothing to go on with a new offense and a new defense. The Cowboys are the favorite in the Ram game, and I think they're going to beat them. They should beat them. If they don't beat them, it's going to be a real disappointing start to a season. But they're killing it with the COVID game. Now they're taking advantage of the practice squad rules. You now have 6 spots on your practice squad this year that it doesn't matter how long a guy's been in the league. There is no tenure rule. You can put anybody. So Brandon Carr agrees to take a practice squad spot. And you can be called up multiple times. You can call up a couple of guys from the practice squad for each game. And I believe you can do each guy 2 times. But after you've done, is it 2 or 2 in a row? Whatever. If you wanted to try to pull him up again, you'd have to release him first. And then you could just bring him back. And Brandon Carr's a vested veteran, so you could cut him and bring him back as many times as you wanted. He doesn't have to clear waivers. He just comes on back. So having Brandon Carr around is awesome. I don't want to hear any negativity about Brandon Carr. If you don't think that he's an NFL starter, cool. Why do I have a plate sitting there? Have a little respect for your camera, man. You can't be putting plates in the view. Brandon Carr's an awesome dude. He's a old man, so now he's transitioning to safety, which is fine. And if he's not better than Darian Thompson, fine. And if you want to add Earl Thomas after week 1 when his salary's not going to be guaranteed, fine. You can do all that. But don't you jump up in my comments taking shots at Brandon Carr. It's one of the finest men ever born. Chill out. And he wasn't a bad Dallas Cowboy. He was a good Dallas Cowboy. People were just obsessed with his salary because he made a ton of money and he wasn't one of the best corners in football. That ain't his fault. Get mad at Jerry. Cuss out Jerry Jones in my comments. Brandon Carr didn't pick how much he made. He accepted a great offer. Bunch of haters. So welcome back, Brandon Carr, to the practice squad. He's just doing a giant favor to the Cowboys. And if they need him, he's there. And that's awesome. What is not awesome is the Cowboys injured reserve situation. Ventel Bryant went to IR. Now, remember, the rules are different now. You only have to, if you start the season on injured reserve, you can come off of IR anytime after 3 weeks. But that means that Lyle Collins is going to miss the first 3 weeks of the season. So whatever was wrong with him, you know what they're also doing a great job of, and it bothers me because I just want all the information? They're doing a great job of not telling people who's hurt and what's wrong with them. Did anybody know that LC was going to go on IR? We knew something was up, but IR? He's going to miss at least 3 weeks? That's tough. All right, so now let's play with this one. In theory, it'll be Cam Irving starting at right tackle. Cam Irving, you don't want starting on your NFL football team at all. But here is what is better than when they've been in this situation before. The Cowboys coaching staff, I've done the video 50 times, right? They were awful. Garrett was a train wreck. Marinelli getting to draft players turned into something bad. Ben Bloom was a train wreck at linebacker coach. Chris Richard refused to call anything on defense other than cover 3. Like, it was all bad. And on offense, we all remember that fateful day in I have the worst memory ever, and that's a sign of depression. So you're not allowed to judge me for it. Was it 2017 Chaz Green game? When Tyron got hurt and Chaz Green played against the Falcons and gave up 6 sacks to Adrian Claiborne, who's a bum. That won't happen again. And it could absolutely happen again if you're talking talent level of the guy replacing Lyle Collins. He's bad. Cam Irving's bad. But the coaches won't let it happen. Much like Brandon Carr didn't pick the amount of money he gets, the Cowboys paid it to him. So if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Jerry. Chaz Green didn't pick how good he is at football. He tried his best. Jason Garrett and your offensive coaching staff are the ones who decided to pretend he was Tyron Smith. This coaching staff won't be that dumb. They won't say, all right, we're missing a Pro Bowl right tackle. Well, throw out Scrubby Scrubberson and pretend that he's a Pro Bowl right tackle. No, you'll see some Blake Bell. You'll see running backs chipping on that side. You'll help. And I don't think the Rams have a premier pass rusher that's going to be coming off the left side there. The one guy that you really got to worry about with them as a pass rusher is coming right down Broad Street. It's Aaron Donald in the middle. So I think they can survive 3 weeks without their starting right tackle. It sucks, but I think they can survive it. So last thing that I wanted to get to today before getting at least a couple of your questions in is Tristan Hill. Congratulations to Tristan Hill. People always get real fired up when you're negative about a player. I was negative about Tristan Hill last year because he was bad. He couldn't get on the active roster unless you had a bunch of injuries. Tristan Hill was a second-round pick that was very young for an NFL player. He was a young rookie. Rod Marinelli really liked him, and they were let down. They were let down bad. He couldn't get active on game day. So congratulations to him for apparently putting in the work. Stephen Jones said he's going to be a starter for putting in the work to try to fulfill the potential. The reason they drafted him was his potential, not necessarily the player. At Central Florida, Tristan Hill was not a consistently great player. He was a dude that flashed some ability to be explosive, and you needed to be able to get that out of him regularly. There were questions about his coachability in college, and then the coach who fought for him and picked him ultimately gave up on him in Dallas last year. So with a new coaching staff who has nothing invested in you, doesn't care if you make the team or not, to go earn a starting job. Now, part of that is that Gerald McCoy got hurt and isn't here anymore, but to go earn that starting job, good for Tristan Hill. And let's see what he brings to the table this year, and let's see how different it can be from a year ago and what they might have. That's part of the reason that people love young prospects. You'd rather draft a 21 or a 20-year-old than a 23-year-old, all things being equal. Now, don't let those people out there who just want to pick all 20-year-olds, even if they suck at football, fool you. But it's a part of it. It's a part of it, is the young player, because Tristan Hill still has a lot of room to grow. He's younger than Neville Gallimore, guy drafted a year after him. Tristan Hill's younger and apparently outplayed him in camp, which that was one of the questions that I got from you guys. Where is it? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Conrad Butler, he said, Tristan Hill named week 1 starter. Do you think that's good or bad? It's good for Tristan Hill and probably bad for Neville Gallimore. But I told people during the draft, I think the Cowboys had a great draft. And Neville Gallimore can turn into a decent to solid NFL 3 technique. He can. He's got the tools to do that. I wasn't as high on him as a lot of people were in the draft. He was the defensive tackle that I was like, man, I see a guy that gets bullied a lot. But Tristan Hill, good for him. Bad for Neville Gallimore that he wasn't able to make that interesting. And Brad says, what Rams DB can Dak pick on? We got 3 receivers that can ball out, so we should pick on their worst one, right? Jalen Ramsey's their best DB. Then it would probably be between Troy Hill, their other outside corner, and Taylor Rapp, the strong safety. David Long in the slot is not going to be able to cover CeeDee Lamb, and their big weak link is John Johnson, the free safety. He's not good. So look down the field. Cowboys should be able to pop some big plays because the worst member of that secondary is the one that's responsible for the deepest part of the field. So get ready for that. By the way, official Cowboys prediction for the weekend, Cowboys 31, Rams 23, and you're on your way to your 11 or 12 win season, all right? Make sure you like, subscribe, comment what you want to talk about tomorrow, and who's still here at 11:33. Let me know. I love you. Bye.